Is there anything better than coming up to cool clubs? I mean, even if there's no reason to come up here, it's just a cool place to hang out. But in our case, we do have a reason to be here today. It's because Mark Timms is going to tell us about two of the hottest new putters about to hit the scene. Check it out like a library book. Scared you, didn't I?
Hi, I'm Mark Timms from Cool Clubs. I'm going to talk to you today about some different technologies coming out from Callaway. This is Toulon Design, their entry into high-end, custom, traditional-looking putters. And Odyssey as well, who's got some fantastic new technologies in the face. So first thing we're looking at is Toulon Design. Sean worked for TaylorMade for a number of years, and then Callaway gobbled him up like 3 or 4 months ago, and he is now fully with Callaway. I'll go to the traditional putter first. Real clean looking. We actually helped him. He tested in our back putting bay. So we tried a whole bunch of different inserts and different textures on the face. You know, nothing really fancy on this. Clean looking stuff. It's Callaway's entrance into the high-end putting stuff. Then we get into Toulon's newest version with technology is this. Like the drivers we talked about last episode, this is basically a frame. There's an aluminum face, relatively light, with the groove technology that we tested here. Aluminum back piece, which kind of fits in here. Now, here are 2 spots for really heavy tungsten weights. So you're bringing the weight back into the outside perimeters, which makes it more stable, more forgiving off-center hits. This is actually a fully carbon fiber top piece. And if you think it looks a little like a race car's back end, Sean Toulon, good buddy of mine, is totally into cars, and I'm guessing that's where most of that came from, and he'd probably agree with me. But again, if we can move the weight to the outside perimeters and use carbon fiber to kind of clean it up, this makes this putter way more forgiving than a standard putter. You really haven't seen carbon fiber on putters yet, so you will see a lot more in the future. So this is Odyssey's new putter coming out. They'll have a lot of different models. The real technology here is not so much in the shape. Some of these are relatively traditional. You've seen them before, 2 balls. This is called a fang. But the real technology is actually in the face. This insert that goes in here is not just about how hard or soft the feel is. It actually creates roll. You see these little pins here, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. These little pins, you see the very tip of it, they're like angled bars. And when the ball hits it, it actually does this. So what it's doing is it's creating topspin. So if you drop a ball on a regular putter face, it will go straight down and straight up. On Odyssey's new face, as the ball comes down and hits these things, it grabs the pins and actually creates topspin. So this actually has some technology in it that actually does something. Is it worth changing every putter every year or two? Probably not, but some of these new technologies may really be worth trying.
Stan, you hold the record for the least putts on tour in 9 holes. Give us that story.
It goes back to 2002, and I was at the Air Canadian Open in Vancouver. Honestly, went into the tournament with a bit of a bad back, wasn't playing that great, came out on Friday morning, got up and down the first 2 or 3 holes, then made a bunker shot, then made a putt from off the green. Then on the 7th hole, I holed another bunker shot, and it dawned on me that I've had 4 putts through 7 holes, and the story can get long, but I 1-putted 8, and then 9 was a long par 3, and I hit it about 6 feet, and actually was pretty nervous. And I made the putt for 6 putts in 9 holes, and sure enough, the old record from 1950s was 7. This is actually the putter that I used when I had 6 putts, and it's still my gamer.
I just want to touch it.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
All right.
That's a part of me now. All right,
It should help you.
All right.
The first thing is that you walk in on the line that you intend to hit the ball on. The other 2 is, I would say, allow yourself to make a free-flowing practice swing. So do not be scared of using your wrist and having your joints be supple. And then the last thought is, when you step over it and you take your look, when you set up, have a jump start and forward press your stroke to start it back. So I see people, they stand over it and they're stagnant and then they don't know when to get started. So you need a trigger to get your stroke going. So the stroke should either start with a tap or a forward press. So you go tap, 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 take it back, or you go forward press and take it back. So here's what happens most of the time when people don't have a jump start to their stroke, is they start this end back. If you start the grip end back, putter head didn't swing back, you carried the whole club over here. So I would rather keep the grip quiet, swing the head back, and now the head has its own momentum. I need to keep the energy of this swing on the putter head. The first thing is know where you're looking to start your line, get some freedom of swing of the club head in your practice stroke, and then when you step in, jump start your backstroke with a little forward press. The person who made me famous as a teacher is Jay Haas, and Jay Haas is a tapper. He sets up, he goes tap, 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 and takes it back. And I don't know if that helped, but he won the next week.
No, that doesn't hurt. That's pretty good.
If you want to be a great teacher, teach great players. It helps.